seasons around the world. Okay, let's get to the lesson now. So, the things that you need for today's lesson is, the first one is the Get Smart Plus 3 textbook, Get Smart Plus 3 workbook, and also your stationeries. Okay, so let's recap back for seasons that I've told you for our last class. As you can see, this circle here, this chart here shows you on which month is which season. So for example, winter here is December, January and February. Spring is March, April and May. Summer is June, July and August. And lastly, autumn, September, October and November. Okay, so the vocabulary for today is, first of all is go windsurfing. Go windsurfing. Okay, windsurfing here means, in Malay, it's called activity luncur angin. As you can see from this video here, this is an example on how the windsurfing sport goes. Okay, now the second word is go skiing. Go skiing. Skiing here means, in Malay, is bermain ski. Just like this guy here, you will need tools, and usually this sport is played in places that have snow. Okay, the next one is sailing. Go sailing. Go sailing. Sailing in Malay, we call it berlayar. Berlayar here, or sailing here, you need to have a boat for you to sail. Okay, see, this is an example on sailing. Okay, the next word is warm. Warm. Okay, warm in Malay, we call it hangat. Just like the Malaysian weather now, it is very warm. Okay. Okay, the next one is cool. 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 The weather is cool. In Malay, we call it dingin. Cuaca dingin. Okay, the next one is windy. Windy. When you say the weather is windy here means cuaca itu berangin. Cuaca sedang berangin. Maksudnya apa? Angin tiup. Okay. Now, we'll go to our first paragraph. If you want to refer your textbook, you can open to page 38. Okay, 38 seasons around the world. The first paragraph is about the country called Canada. Okay, in Canada, it's winter from December to February. It's cold and it snows in the winter. People wear hats, coats, gloves, and scarves. Many people in Canada go skiing in the winter. Okay, so Canada here is a country that experiences 4 seasons. So as you can see from the paragraph here, it says it's winter from December to February. Okay, and it's cold and it will snow in the winter. So when it's cold, people will wear winter clothes, where they'll wear hats and coats and gloves and also scarves. Okay, so this is the Canada's 4 season here. So for winter, height of winter is freezing cold. Freezing cold here means it's very very cold, sangat sejuk. If you wanna replicate freezing weather in Canada during winter, you can open your fridge. Okay, you can open your top part of the fridge where you put ice and you put all your meats, your fish. That's how cold Canada is. When when it says here freezing cold. Okay, and then during winter it will have lots of snow. So for spring for Canada, it can snow through April. But then after April, tulips will bloom. Okay, and then for summer, the weather will be hot and humid, and then there will be extended daylight hours in the north. Extended daylight hours here means the daylight, or in Malay we call it waktu pagi ataupun waktu siang for Canada. Untuk Canada, dia akan jadi lagi panjang daripada waktu malam. Jadi bila awak pergi Canada, waktu sama, waktu siang akan lagi lama. Okay. And the last one is fall, where leaves turn orange, red and yellow, and it is a good time to travel to Canada. Maybe because the weather is not so hot and also not so cold. So if you want to go to Canada, you can go during the fall season. Okay. Now the next country here is Australia. Okay, let's read the paragraph. In Australia, it's summer from December to February. It's hot and sunny. People go swimming in the summer. Sometimes it's very windy and people go windsurfing. So, for Australia is actually a country that has different months for their 4 seasons. Australia still experience 4 seasons. It's just that they have different time as compared to other countries. Okay, I'll explain further. Okay, so this is Australia's weather by season. So, for Australia spring, it's during September until November, which is different than other countries, where like I showed you just now here. Okay, so the seasons here, see, for spring is during March, April and May. But for Australia, because of their geography, they experience spring during September until November, and then during this time they will experience a cyclone season. Cyclone season here means hujan ribut. Usually it's called in Malay hujan ribut. Okay, and then for summer, their summer is during December until February, and it is actually a dry season. So if you go to Australia during summer, you can spend your Christmas without experiencing snow because it's during summer. Okay, and then the next one is autumn. Australia's autumn is during March until May, and during March until May it is rainy season. And lastly, for their winter is during June until August. So their winter, Australia's winter is not as cold as compared to other countries, where as you can see here, their average temperature for their weather is 20 degrees Celsius. 20 degrees Celsius is something like when you go into a room with aircons. Yes, when you turn on your aircon, that is how cold it is for Australia's winter. Okay. Now, the last country that we will learn today is Thailand. Okay, Thailand here is our neighbor. It's just our neighbor here. Okay. So let's read the paragraph. Thailand has 3 seasons: the rainy season, the cool season, and the hot season. The weather in Thailand is always warm. People wear t-shirts and shorts. They go sailing in the cool and hot seasons. Okay, Malaysia's weather or Malaysia's season is similar to Thailand because our country, both of our countries is situated near the equator. Equator here means garisan khatulistiwa. Okay, garisan khatulistiwa. We are considered as a tropical country. So tropical countries don't experience 4 seasons. We have our own seasons, just like the paragraph told you just now, which is the rainy season, the cool season, and the hot season. We do not experience spring, summer, autumn, or winter. Okay, tropical countries do not experience those 4 seasons. Okay, so as you can see here, it says the weather in Thailand is always warm, just like Malaysia. So when it's warm, people will wear t-shirts and shorts. And also, people in Thailand will go sailing in the cool and hot seasons. They won't go to rainy seasons because it is dangerous for you to go sailing during rainy seasons. Okay, so here, this is the 3 seasons in Thailand. Okay, 3 seasons, which is the so-called summer or the hot season, which is March until May. The rainy season, which is June to October. And the cool season, which is November to February. Malaysia's season or Malaysia's weather is also almost similar to Thailand, as I've said just now. Okay, now it's activity time. So I want you guys to open to page 28 in your workbook module. Here, this page. Okay, so how you want to do for activity 1 is you need to follow the lines and answer. So what you're supposed to do, here's an example. What does Jimmy do in December? So here is Jimmy. You need to follow the line. So you follow the line and see. Okay, so this picture is windsurfing. So you need to say he goes windsurfing. Alright. So for activity 2, what's the weather like today? Read and match. So what you're supposed to do here is you need to read the article here or the paragraph here, and you need to match the seasons according to what is written in the paragraph here. Okay, for example, today it's very cold in Toronto and New York City. It's snowing in Toronto. Okay, so for example here, so number 1 is Toronto. Okay, Toronto here, it says today it's very cold in Toronto and New York City. So cold, A, B, C, D, E, F or G. So cold here is G. So you write down here G. And then what else it says? It's still snowing in Toronto. So snowing, you need to find which letter is for snowing. Okay, so B. So the answer for Toronto is you need to put G and B. That's the weather for Toronto. So the other states here you need to put down based on the article here. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. Until next time, goodbye. Assalamualaikum.